Link here. Hi everyone, my name is Pero, and I'm your Edmodo certified trainer as well as the course facilitator for your Edmodo training. And I have created this screencast to demonstrate to you how to create your classes and groups as well as small groups and how to organize the contents around them. So I will start by presenting to you my hypothetical profile that I have created to show you how to start building your classes and groups from scratch. As you can see on the left side here, I've got a list of my groups. I will start with the first group, which is major, senior, intermediate. Make sure when you create your groups to give it a proper title, and also make sure to go to advanced settings where you can actually decide whether you're going to default all members to read only, or you're going to hide your posts from parents, for example, or moderate all posts and replies. You could give the group description here, and you could pick the range of the students. So in this group I've got the 8th, 9th graders, and the subject area is language arts, while the subject we're studying is English as a second language, as a foreign language actually. You can also change the color to the group so it's more recognizable as such. After you save these settings, you have your group main timeline. So this is the main group, the main class, and then you can create smaller groups that you can title based on the modules that you cover. So these are groups for differentiated learning as well as for gamification. I have decided to create 3 subgroups or smaller groups based on the modules that we teach with this level. The module 1 is about fashion, module 2 is about music, and module 3 is about science. So in the introductory note that I have pinned, so don't forget to pin your post after you prepare it, I have put a welcoming note. I have introduced myself to the students, and I've explained to students what the contents and the topics of this year's group will be, of this year's course will be. In module 1, in fashion, we will discuss clothes and accessories, shopping for clothes, teen styles, fashion style, design, etc., etc. In module 2, we will discuss how music works, world music instruments, pop styles, etc. And in module 3, we will discuss inventions and discoveries. Then I also informed the students that the small groups represent the modules we will cover this year. For each module that they will cover, they will be given certain tasks to complete, like assignments and quizzes, in order to assess their understanding of the topics presented in that module. After completing their assignments and quizzes, they will be graded and added to a gradebook, and as soon as they complete all the tasks from one module, they will be given access to the next module. They will be also awarded badges designed specifically for the task completed, and in order to earn their first profile complete badge, they need to set up their profile and upload a profile photo. They can use this group's timeline to post links and start a discussion in relation to the topic we will study in class. However, all your posts will be reviewed and moderated before they're published, which you can actually set over here. Moderate all posts and replies. And okay. And if they have any questions, they can send you a direct message, and it will take, and you make sure that to reply as soon as you can. And then you point at the links attached below for more detailed information on how to set up their profile, as well as how to send direct messages, turn in their assignments, and take quizzes. I always highlight to my students to please write down their password somewhere safe, because they quite often forget it, in order to be able to log into their accounts from any device at any time. If they lose their passwords, they will also lose all the records of their completed assignments and quizzes, as well as the badges that they have earned. And then I provide the links for them. So this is the introductory note for my major, senior, intermediate group. When it comes to the smaller groups, I make sure that I go to settings, and I make sure I click this option, default all members to read only, because I wouldn't like them to post their own comments in the small groups, because the small groups are for differentiated learning, and they will be just given tasks and assignments in those small groups that they will have to complete, while the discussions will be allowed but moderated by the teacher in the main class or in the main group. And I've also done the same thing for the other smaller groups. And I have also done the same thing for the other two classes that I have created. I have again put arranged for the grade that we study. You could also decide whether it's a range or a fixed grade that you're studying, that you're teaching, as well as the subject area and the subject specifically that you're studying. You can change the color again. Click moderate all posts and replies and describe briefly your group here. The introductory note is pretty much the same as the introductory note in the previous class. Make sure that you grade your text to suit the level of understanding of your group. I have here put different contents for the units that will be covered. So that's mostly the basic difference between the modules, because my students are mostly B1, B2, C1 levels. So I think it's quite comprehensive for these guys. And I've also attached the same links from Edmodo Help Center to provide detailed information to my students on how to set up their accounts, how to send direct messages and turn in assignments, etc. I also put my smaller groups to a default to read only. So I click default all new members to read only. This is very important because, for example, as soon as they complete their profile, and they and you will be able to see that on your members list, then you can actually transfer all members or add all members to the group that is designed for a specific unit or module. As soon as they finish and complete all the tasks and the assignments, as well as the quizzes from this unit, they will be transferred to the next unit, again using this option here, add members to small groups. If you click automatically add all members, it will transfer all the members to the next unit. But if you want to differentiate the learning process, then you could add members individually based on their achievement and the tasks that they completed. I have also completed the same procedure for the pre-advanced group, which is the group at B2C1 level according to the Common European Framework of Reference. And here is the introductory note, pretty much the same information except for the contents and the topics covered over here. I have also provided links to the students so that they can actually be able to, and as we move on with our classes, I will be adding quizzes and assignments to each of these smaller groups so that we can so that I can assess my students' understanding of the topics that we cover in class. A note of caution to all of you guys: before you actually start writing the introductions, I suggest you write them in a Word document. So I suggest you prepare your text on a Word document prior to publishing them and posting them on your group's walls. So that will be all for today. I hope you liked this presentation and I hope it was useful for you. Thank you.